Welcome to the Improv Summit. As always, I'm Spencer, and today I have a guest that I'm bringing back because wow, what a treat, what an improviser, what an author. It is Paul PK. How's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing, man?
I'm good, considering we're still living life at home
Oh yeah.
for the most part. But I can't complain
Walls may be
much.
closing in, but it's just pushing the spirits higher, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm gonna get out by going up as
Yeah.
opposed to going out.
Yeah. My
I
upstairs
love
neighbors
this.
may have something to say about it, but nonetheless. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, luckily my upstairs neighbors is a roof, so we're good.
There you go.
I just gotta get through the roof. Anyway, what we're raise the roof. Well, we're gonna up the ladder through the roof. God. Okay, now I'm gonna be on this all day. Up on the roof. Anyways, all right. Enough. That was 3 songs. So now the rule of threes can be laid to rest for this moment in time. What we're just gonna do some improv because yeah, it's always like when you do like 3. Everyone's like the rule of threes. You only have to have at least 3. I'm like, yeah, but if you have 4 or 5, it's very weird. Like you gotta have it in sets of 3, not just at least 3. That's not how it works. But anyway, we're going to do some improv for you. Paul, you've given some great information for us here on the Improv Summit, so thank you again for that. We're just going to dive in. What do you want to get for this? Do you want to get a location, a relationship, or a word?
Let's get a word.
Word. All right, I'm going to give you 2. You tell me which one you want to go with. These suggestions are calendar and economics. Calendar and economics are the suggestions.
Let's go with economics.
Economics, great. All right, who would you like to initiate this scene?
I'll take it.
All right, great. All right, thank you. Economics.
What do you think? I'm going for Halloween this year. I'm going as a socialist. What do you think? Scary?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really get it.
What? What do you mean? It's like, it's the scariest thing in America, socialism, right? That's what I'm dressed as. I'm dressed as somebody who is a socialist. It's scary, right?
I don't know what a socialist is.
You, you,
Like, I mean, I know what a socialist is, but like, I guess, like, let me rephrase that. I don't know what a socialist is in the terms of like, why do you want to, I don't know why you want to dress like a socialist for Halloween. Like, I just don't see the appeal to that.
Because it's supposed to be a scary night, man. I mean, it's like, you got people out there dressed like vampires. You got people out there dressed like ghosts and people, dressed like the girl from The Ring. But then I'm going to go as a socialist and I'll be like, ha, I'm here in America, right?
Yeah, I see your point.
Right.
I guess I'm just here's my concern. Yeah, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate because let's all be honest, the devil's pretty scary,
Sure.
and people playing devil's advocate is also quite intense because
And you know what?
why do we
A
need
lot
a
of
devil's
people
advocate?
think the devil is a socialist. So there you go.
No way, really?
That's what they say. I don't know. I've never met him.
I've never met him either. I mean, does he exist? Really? Like, I mean, anyways, back to what I was saying. Don't distract me from this. My point is, I'm just a little concerned because I feel like, what if you run into a crowd who like doesn't think it's scary and they like don't get the point of it? Like, do you just like change? Like, I'm not actually a socialist. I'm a lumberjack. Like,
No. See, that's the whole idea. Is that if I find people who aren't scared by it, that's how I can sniff them out, and then we can create a movement which is even scarier. Because the only thing scarier than one socialist is a bunch of them, right? It's kind of like an amoeba style costume, And it's like
it's kind of like the Boston Tea Party. Would you consider that like to be like a social movement, like a socialist like movement? Like
social movement for sure.
But like in old timey times.
Yeah. Not the new one. The new one's just
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, that speaking of the devil, right? But no, when we're talking about like what I'm talking about with this is I'm saying like it's like it's like part costume, part social movement, all terrifying, right? You turn on your water, I pop up and go socialist, and you go like this. You turn on your lights, I go socialist, like this sort of thing, and they're like like this sort of thing, right? You throw on the NFL, and I'm like socialism,
I mean, that's actually terrifying.
Well, yeah, because again, it's America. The scariest thing in America is the idea of socialism. It's like, yeah.
Or literally popping out of my sink
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all part of the gig, right? You know, it's like, what do you think happened? How do you think the water gets there, right? How do you think the power gets to your house? How do you think teams like the, New York Jets stay afloat, right? It's all based on socialism, right?
Socialism.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
I see
yeah,
what you're doing. I see what you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
It's making everything, you know, pint-sized, economic, if you will. And I see you're just like,
Yeah,
here's
kind of.
economy, economics, money, socialism. I see you're like
And
spreading a message while
exactly.
actually making the message as it would be, which is scary.
And what better night to do it than
Than
Halloween?
Halloween.
Socialist Halloween, the most socialist holiday of all. Everybody gets candy, right? You go door to
Mm.
door, it's just handed out for free. You don't got to pay
And
for
then
it.
you
You don't gotta,
trade the candy.
yeah,
And you got to
or
negotiate how many your mom will let you eat in one night.
yeah,
I see what
absolutely.
you're doing. This is a pretty clever idea, my friend.
We're taking away the regulations, man. We're making it happen, right?
Well, happy social ween, I guess.
Apple social weed.
Okay, I feel like between these two photos,
Yeah.
the one on the left
Mm.
has more of a resemblance. The one on the right just looks like a bunch of dots, like more of like a pointillism piece.
Mm. Mm-hmm. That's
So
very
I feel like the left is more my speed.
right, right. I find your interpretation to be freeing in a way, you know? It's not often that here at my art gallery, Nouveau Chic, that we bring in everyday observers such as yourself, and for you to identify with the image on the left versus the image on the right, I find that fascinating, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, most critics like the right one, don't they?
Well, the right one is the only painting. The other one is merely just a fire escape route.
So it is. I mean,
Yes.
gotta admit, like there's something about it though, because it's like, can we actually escape? If we treat this fire escape as a painting, as an art piece, are we truly able to escape from our own minds, from our own selves, from the actual physical space that we're in?
Mm. You see, this is the kind of perspective I was hoping for. Because by inviting you here, I was hoping to get sort of the common man view of art, I've been in this industry for so long, I feel as though I've sunk too deep into the game, I can't review the things around me with a removed perspective, And this is why I brought in someone such as you, someone common, someone simple, if you will. Yes.
Yeah, I know that the painting on the right
Mm.
is $500, but I noticed that the fire escape, this painting on the left doesn't have a price tag. So I was
Comes
wondering
with
if I could like I offer 300 for it. Does that work? I'll take it for 300.
300. Okay, okay, okay. You know what? Yes, for
350.
$300. For
400.
350. 400. Oh, you're outbidding yourself.
5,000.
Great. Okay. I mean, if you want to keep going,
10,000.
perfect. That sounds wonderful. Yes. Okay. 10,000.
$50,000. Take it or leave it. Final offer.
I accepted your offer on
You
the
drive a
first.
hard bargain. 125,000.
Okay, great. Now, I'm just curious, and I'm not trying to judge you or other you by saying this, but I couldn't help but notice you entered here with torn cargo shorts and a T-shirt that says "Bud time is my time." So, do you actually have this kind of money to buy this item?
I see
Because
you're a very good observer.
I'm more than willing to make accommodations if need be.
$20.
Okay, I thought that might be the case. Very well.
$5.
Here you are. Okay, you're going the other direction now.
$3.
Okay, see, you keep going the opposite
Can I
way.
just have it?
You know what? Yes. Here. There
Great, thank you.
Enjoy. I hope it brings much joy to your life.
Woohoo! Painting.
Now, please leave. Jerry, I, okay, Jerry, are you awake? Jerry, Jerry.
What?
Look, we gotta talk about the rent, man. You're 2 weeks late again.
Yeah, about that. It's coming. It's coming. It'll come next month when rent is due for next month.
Okay, but see, Jerry, we talked about this already, all right? Like, I mean, I don't mind you living here on account of you being, Sarah's
rent free.
Okay, look, Jerry, I love
smoke free, pet free, rent free.
Great. Except for that last part. Listen, Jerry, I understand you're Sarah's little brother. All right, that's why I don't have no problem with you living with me. Okay, just for now. But I mean, this is something we got to sort out, man. It's like you're living here. You're not paying the rent on time. Yet this entire place is covered with all of your stuff, man. I mean, it's like, Jerry, wake up, Jerry.
What?
See, this is the other thing, man. This is like, I ask you to try to help out around the house. It's like I'm the only one working and paying bills in this place. I come home and you've been sleeping all day, man. It's like, look at when did you have time to go shopping at the Gap? All right? I don't get this. You don't contribute anything to this household except for making more messes and upping my stress levels, all right?
So I do contribute.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Listen, Jerry, it's got to stop, man. It's going to stop, all right? It was cute the first couple of times when, it's like I came home and you were all like, drunk and stoned and playing video games at 2 p.m. But this is every hour of every day, man. The reason you fall asleep mid-conversation is because you're staying up till 5 a.m. every single... Jerry!
What?
You got to move out, man. I can't do this anymore.
Well, I'm paying for next month, though.
You haven't paid for this month.
Well, I'll pay for next month.
Jerry, listen to me. This is non-negotiable, all right? I've already talked to your sister. She said she's done what she could to try to send me any money to make up for what was missing from your rent. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like, I can't let this keep going on, man. I was willing to let my girlfriend's little brother live with me temporarily. I'm not willing to raise him like he's a child, all right? Jerry. I can't tell if you're crying or sleeping this time. Jerry?
What?
I'm moving out.
Great. Just make sure you pay next month's rent.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you're home late because?
So, crazy story. You're not going to believe it, right? So, I was on my way home, right, for the curfew that you gave me, which, was very clearly stated as 9:30 p.m., right?
8 o'clock.
Sure, it was wiggle room, But point being...
not an hour and a half.
Fair enough. But you know what? Okay, so once you hear the story, you'll understand why I stretched it out further. Okay?
Is it a funny story? Am I going to find it hilarious?
I mean, hilarious is a bit of a strong word to use. I mean, it implies it's something so mind-blowing it makes you turn insane. But sure, yeah, okay. We could say it's funny.
Like a funny ironic, not a funny haha.
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Listen, all right, Alanis Morissette, let's hear it. Let's hear how ironic it is.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, so I borrowed the car, right? I take it out, and I was just going to see some friends, right? Just like I said, I wasn't lying about that. I went to go and see some friends, right? Everything was going fine. It was going great. It's like we're hanging out, we're chatting, did a little bit of skateboarding, did a little bit of hanging out, did a little bit of, chatting, all this, like this. I've said all this already, Anyway, point being, I get in the car to come back for 8-ish, right? And
8 o'clock.
Ish, yeah. So
8 o'clock.
Ish. So I'm on my way back.
8 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, 8. Anyway, I'm on my way back, right? I turn the corner onto this street, and there's this blinding flash of light, right? And I don't know where it's coming from. I thought, at first maybe it's, a car coming the other direction or maybe a power line blew, but just blinding flash of light. And all of a sudden I wake up and I'm 2 states over.
So you're to tell me you are an hour and a half later than the hour and a half that you thought was your curfew, which actually makes you 3 hours late, because you somehow managed to drive into 2 states over without even being awake for the entire incident.
Who says I drove? That's the crazy part. This is the part of the story that I thought you'd love, right? Being my father who cares about me and being, a retired astrophysicist, I thought you would love this story because it was a blinding flash of light. And then I wake up and I'm in Rhode Island. Right?
So you're telling me that either the space-time continuum cracked or you were abducted by aliens.
Or remember your paper that got rejected by NASA about wormholes?
That's a good paper.
It was a great paper. But this is what I'm telling you. This is why you would think this is funny, because right after you got rejected by the North American Space Agency, your theory.
Yes, that's one of the names of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure, whatever it stands for. I don't know. It's like nannies and sisters alike. I don't know what it stands for.
Well, it's something like National Aeronautical Space Administration, something like that.
Sure, that, whatever.
Not exactly that, but something like that.
But point being, you're the one who worked for him. I didn't work for him. But point being is ultimately, I've proven your theory. I went through a wormhole at the end of our street, and that's why I'm late for curfew.
Oh, it's a great story.
Yeah.
It is a great
story. What do we do? Do we go talk to NASA again? Do we have to test the car or something like that?
Franklin?
Yeah?
I put that light there.
You what?
I put that light there. I wanted to see if you would actually come back for curfew on time, or if you're going to tell me a story about going through a wormhole. And you chose the latter.
But how did I end up in Rhode Island?
Well, when you hit that light, you don't remember that you got hit on the head. Your old father did that and brought you back. Rhode Island, I wasn't there, and then you came back, and then I brought you back over here. Just want to see a little struggle a little bit.
So you planned all of this then?
Yeah, if you weren't going to come home on time, I figured I'd make you even later.
Was it some kind of life lesson or something? This is insane. Why would you go to this level of what is wrong with you?
I wanted to see if you could be trusted.
And did I pass?
Were you on time for curfew?
Well, no, because I got knocked out by my dad's insane mafioso-style plan to make me re-perceive the world around me.
What time was your curfew?
8 o'clock-ish.
8 o'clock. And what time did you think your curfew was?
9:30.
And what time did you arrive back if you were 3 hours after curfew?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. And what does NASA stand for?
National Aeronautics Society of America?
Close. It's National Aeronautic Space Administration, something like that. Aeronautic, something like that. It's been a while since I've worked there. But you know what they could have just called it?
What?
Is they could have just called it, no way, astronaut space area.
Dad, are you high?
Very. And see, and that's our show. Thanks so much for joining me here, Paul PK. Make sure you check out his book right down there in the description, and another one that's coming up. Butterflies in Glass Cases is the first one, and I can't wait for Caterpillars and Armoires. I cannot wait. That was an improv moment because I went caterpillars in what is the thing that
now I gotta write that one, man.
Yeah. It's a trilogy. I get royalties for that title. I don't know. What is an armoire? I don't even know anymore. What is it? A chair?
Isn't that like a?
Is it like a thing?
Like a wardrobe?
Oh yeah, like the thing in Beauty and the Beast. Is she an armoire?
Yeah, or
Madame de la
the
Grande Boucher.
or like the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, like the big cabinet.
Oh, is that I'm gonna look it up. I want to know before we leave. I have to know because I want to tell the people the correct words for armoire. Armoire, it says dresser. Oh yeah, yeah. You can get this Tsar Nicholas II's Winter Palace armoire on firstdibs.com for only $348,500.
Only? Wow.
What a deal! What a deal! You can also get the Global Industrial Storage Cabinet from Global Industrial for $458.95, which is apparently an armoire.
So in other words, all shapes and sizes.
You learn something new every day. Perfect. All right. Well, thanks again so much for joining me, Paul PK, here on the Improv Summit. I'll see everybody next time. Bye.